Hello and welcome to our London video. This is Tier 5 premium ship and it's a cruiser and it's British. It's called London. And this video is slightly different. What we're going to do, show you the different builds because we do tweak it slightly. So survivability 43, that's standard in it, Tier 5.
It's more than it's got on the Exeter. Its sister ship, another Tier 5 premium, about 5,000 more, which is one of the major differences. It's got the same guns as the Exeter. Reload's just higher, 3-second more reload, which is very strange to say that they're the exact same guns with the same damage.
Don't forget, this hasn't got a commander in it. This has got naked stats at the moment.
And it's still the same, mine's still 15 seconds even when I put one in, so I don't know why the reload's that much different, but it is. So you're not as powerful as an Exeter. Torpedoes, again, not as quite as good as an Exeter's torpedoes. They do reload quicker, and you do get like 2 more, should I say, out of a salvo.
The point of the build on this is that show the torpedoes, what, 106 reload. We can like get, and 7 kilometers. So remember that, people, because we are going to change all this. We're going to set this London up with REGINALD, who's a destroyer commander, and even the concealment goes down.
Yeah, I mean the Exeter's got 10k concealment, and its manoeuvrability is a lot more on the Exeter as well. It's a faster ship, turns are better as well. Rudder shift's like nearly half. But you can see the torpedoes can be launched one at a time. Big guns, yeah, but they are what they are. Great healer. That's always a plus point when you can manage to heal them. It's a county class cruiser. You can see there's quite a few in them in its class. The London, as a ship, historically, it did most of its life when it weren't being repaired for falling to pieces, literally. Cracks appearing in the hull and deck and everything. It was that bad, and rivets popping everywhere. And it spent most of its time in the shipyard being rebuilt. If it weren't doing that, it were on escort duty.
So it survived the war?
Yeah, survived the war. And then it was scrapped around 1950, I think. It survived too much longer after. It's too cost effective, too expensive.
It's old shit, wasn't it? It's old.
Signed in 1920s.
So, because, I mean, this video is mainly about the London, but we want to show you slightly different builds. Because I've gone REGINALD, who's a destroyer commander. Reduce the chance of sustaining steering gear. I mean, that's pretty good, you know, for a cruiser. Decreasing torpedo launcher reload time, which is, because the London's got pretty good torpedoes, I thought, why not try REGINALD? It's worth a go. The benefits are physical. You can actually see the benefits. If we go back to the survivability screen, look, torpedoes now 90 seconds to reload. We've shaved off 16 seconds. If you look at torpedo range,
like a kilometre.
Almost 8, and the speed has gone up as well. So they are pretty good benefits, and the concealment's gone up.
It's impressive. It's now more better concealment than the Exeter.
So what I'm trying to show is that you don't necessarily need a cruiser commander to go in your London.
I did. I went with a Tenant. Just standard, just for the old Citadel problem that you always get. You know,
reduce.
Yeah, I don't know how. That's another one that, like you say, it's not a physical, actual attribute you can see the benefit of. It's one you just got to trust working. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I do use him, but I've been experimenting recently. We've gone full stealth build on Tweet. Paul.
It is pretty stealthy. I mean, it's really strange because when you see the ship, it's huge. I'm not joking. The London is huge. It is a massive ship. I mean, you can see here you're building it all around your torpedoes, aren't you? Range you've got there.
And don't forget, Reggie does smoke.
It's weird because, like you say, when you think about it, it's more traits of a destroyer than it is a cruiser.
I think you get more benefits from a destroyer commander because of your smoke and your torpedo.
I mean, that's what I use on my Eisenhower. I use destroyer.
You use your interior cruiser commander.
Yeah, cruiser commander. So Reinhard Shear.
Oh, the Shear, yeah.
I use the Shear in the Eisenhower, and I get pretty good results out of him. Quicker torpedo, everything.
I mean, at the moment here, I'm just looking what traits I can put into my Tweet build to increase like anything to improve my London. I'm not sure what I'll go for, so let's just see what I do actually end up doing. But I think as a benefit, look at your Exeter. torpedoes? How far do they go? I mean, I know it's tier 5. Why not compare it to the Exeter?
Well, 8.
8. So you've almost got the same range purely by tweaking your commander.
The Exeters just reload a lot quicker already before you even put that.
That's 18 seconds quicker
already
than the Twait.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's what I mean. To say that the Exeter is the same class ship, a county class ship, physically looking at them, they're completely different. Completely, you'll see it in the London. The London is massive. It's a citadel from one end to the other. It's huge.
Would you say that the London's a new target? Because it's normally the Pensacola's target, isn't it?
I'll say that. I'd say I do run William Tennant. I have never been really smashed that much in my London. It's strange.
I am.
You have. I've never really had any trouble with it.
I think it's because I got the Twait.
Yeah, true. It's not helping. But I've never had any real problems. I've expected it to be like, like your Atlantis / Flint, where if anything sees you, you're going to get absolutely creamed. But
I have suffered that because your ship's so high. I think it's with it being a new. Huh?
It's huge.
With it being a new ship, once it gets seen on the battlefield, people will realise how easy it is to citadel with it being quite high.
I mean, I spawned one game next to a Normandy, the tier 5 French battleship, and I was higher and just as long. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
That when I say this ship's big, it's big. It's weird that it's a sister ship to the Exeter, but looks nothing like it. It's very strange.
Very similar traits, though, isn't it? But the Exeter's on paper is way better, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem that the London's going to face. If anybody really likes British cruisers and they enjoy playing that ardent smokescreen with biggish guns that the London's got, the Exeter's got the same guns. It's got faster loading torpedoes that travel further, and it's more manoeuvrable.
And that's without having to mess about.
Yeah. And that's just on paper. The Exeter is just a better ship than the London, and it only come out a couple of months ago, so it's not like it's been that long. If you've got the Exeter, you don't need the London. It's just the same ship, just in a different guise. I hate to say it. It's just got more hit points.
Do you think playing the Exeter? Do you think the play style, as in is it more manoeuvrable, the Exeter?
Exeter's got nearly half the rudder shift time.
Because it does feel a lot different. Because the London, with it being big, it does feel big.
It feels like a Japanese cruiser. When the Ioba video we had, where I got stuck in between some islands and I'm doing an Austin Powers backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The London's very similar to that. You can get yourself in a pickle sometimes and not realise what you're doing. When you see the size of it, you'll realise why it is so unmanoeuvrable as it is. It's massive. It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Look, we'll head back towards the actual reason we're looking at the commanders, because shell grouping on the Norman Scott as an inspiration is very good.
Yeah.
But the London is pretty good anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a good ship. The guns, it's weird because the guns are so big, and you'll struggle with overpens a lot. It's a strange ship. It's one of them ships where you think, well, I'll find me AP at a battleship then. If I'm overpenning on cruisers,
I've noticed that.
You don't really damage battleships though either. It's strange. You don't know, like your Pensacola, you can citadel a battleship, can't you? When his side is on his size guns. Just doesn't do it in the London. What
do you think? Because I have citadeled with HE. Have you managed to do that?
Never citadel with HE. I had a game when my brother was got an Exeter, and we took the Exeter and the London out, and we were firing at the same ship. He was firing at and we HE, I was firing AP, and we were getting the exact same results. But he's always got that added chance of setting a fire.
And he's got a faster fire rate. What's the actual difference?
It's 3 seconds. 3 seconds quicker on the fire rate, the Exeter, than the London.
I mean, that sounds a lot, but the Exeter's still got a 13-second reload.
12.
I thought it had... Oh no, this has got 15, hasn't it? Not 16.
So 12-second reload to 15. And like I say, they are the same guns with the same damage. You're not gaining anything from the Exeter to the London or the London to the Exeter. They're the same ship. This is what makes it so strange that the Londons come out so soon after the Exeter. I think it was June. I think the Exeter came.
Well, don't forget the Italian cruisers. What are their reloads? 12.
They're up there, yeah.
They're 12.
13 on the tier 4 Monteculine, about same on the. I think the Abruzzi tier 6 has got down to about 8 though, hasn't it? Well, that is a tier 6 premium.
Yeah, well, that's all it's got.
Yeah, to be fair, and the shells, even if you get smacked full bore, he's only doing about 1,000 damage to you.
It's got the snail torpedoes, but then again, All I'm trying to say is that fire rate, with it being quite slow, 15 is quite slow, isn't it? But it's the same as the Pensacola, isn't it?
Pensacola, right? Pensacola about 15 as well. So, but I just don't know. The Pensacola guns just seem to hit harder, and even the HE rounds hit harder on the Pensacola. It feels like when you're playing the Pensacola, yes, I've got no armour. You ain't got the smoke screens you've got, but I've got these guns, and if I hit something with them, I'm going to put an hole in them. So I can live with a reload. With a London, don't quite hit as hard and as regular.
Yeah. I know exactly what you feel, because I have been up against Pensacolas and they have rinsed me quite a lot in me London. But I think it's because it's a similar. You look at the Pensacola and you think, I can Citadel in, but then it doesn't really happen, does it?
No.
I mean, I know you can get quite a few Citadels in it, but what do you think about? Would you go HE against like standard destroyers? What's your primary ammo?
It's a tough one. I've tried both. It's one of them where you have to mix and match, and it's situational. So situational. Even when you're fighting with one ship, you need to switch ammunition types. Even during when you're dogfighting with one-on-one, it's so like we've had side on Legalis, yes, and you're just getting overpen after overpen after overpen, and you're thinking, do we sided on? I should be firing EP at him? He's not even like that far away or that close. He's at a nice range, and then you're thinking, but I'm just going to waste my time with HE. It's one of them. And it's same with battleships. You've got like if I'm in a Pensacola and I've got a Normandy siders on, I'm firing AP. I'm going for Citadels and I'm going to get them. If I'm in this, I'm thinking, I'm just going to pit a patter outside and I'm not going to do it. I think it's might have something to do with the fuses. You know what we were talking about with the British shell fuses you get. I don't know if they're the same on the London.
I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
You've gone there with manoeuvrability to get your rudder shift on,
but,
don't you?
Yeah. But the I was going to say about the AP, I have tried that, and like you say, you feel it's going to work, don't you?
Yeah.
But it doesn't pay off.
No. I mean, you're talking full bore siders on battleships up close and personal, and you just.
But then,
I mean, pattern as well. I'm not talking like I'm only getting 6,000 a volley off these. No, I'm talking thousands.
Well, I've noticed that the HE does actually smash when you don't expect it to.
Yeah.
You think to yourself, no, I should use AP. I'm going to switch after this round of HE, and then it smashes and you think, I ain't going to swap.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. You kind of get the similar damage roll every single time from an HE round to an AP round. So, but with fire AP, you can't set anything on fire, so you're getting no module damage or fire start or anything like that. It's strange. It's very strange.
Kozo 5, we've pushed this one up a bit. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you've not missed much. I've just a couple of salvos or HE, and I've switched now to my AP. So let's have a look at this. A Leander, the Tier 5, the adversary, the Tech Tree British cruiser. So let's see what we can do against him. We're going to struffle over pens. Only one shell, but we're enough to get a Citadel. So there you go. I think that just sums up the AP rounds that we were just talking about in a nutshell. A Citadel and an overpen, and that's it. It's hit or miss. It's all or nothing. It's very strange.
Would you say it's down to where you... I know it sounds stupid to say, but would you say it's down to where you aim it? Because you more or less expect an overpen.
Well, that's the tricky thing you can say about a cruiser. They're changing direction that quick and they're moving that fast. It's hard to pinpoint an exact spot you want to hit on them, especially at range. So
it's not an exact science, is it?
No.
Hitting stuff.
No.
You know where you want to hit it, but it's very random.
Yeah. So Congo, he's ploughing down that now. He's very brave of him. Shot a plane down. Not bad, everything going off already. A couple of defensive points. Citadel, we're racking them flags up already in top corner. Back in the smoke screen. I wish he'd make a commitment to which way he's going here, because I don't know which way around Ireland to try and get these torpedoes off. I don't have really much success with torpedoing in this boat.
So you should have gone the Twait torpedo build, man.
I never really succeed. I think it's just he's so slow. I mean, it looks quite... You'd think at that point, like, he's taking one of them at least, isn't he?
Don't forget you can fire them singly.
Yeah, I should have done there. So Leander, there's that reload.
Oh, he's coming back.
He's probably going to be dead by the time I've reloaded my guns, because they take that long. Send off a volley. HE rounds, it should be enough just to finish him off.
What happened
I
there?
don't know how New Mexico managed to get... I didn't even see him come past me because he's behind me at New Mexico. You think you're just going to get a torpedo into this guy? Look at that. He's put his afterburner on and his Congo as per usual. So there you go. Look at that's AP outside of a battleship. Yeah.
Did it do much?
Not really. Not really. And we're not far away. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting Citadels every round. I'm not expecting to smash. but you're expecting to do more than the pitter-patter.
If you think about like the Fiji and the Leander, their rounds, AP rounds,
Yeah.
they do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So
they
they've
do.
got the short fuse ones, don't they? So the London can't have.
No, it can't. I mean, the Fiji, you fire it, you just spam away, don't you? You keep firing away, it's chucking away.
You just hit superstructures and you just rinse the points off
4,000,
them.
5,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, every single volley, bosh, bosh, bosh. And you just can't do that in the London. It just ain't got it in its locker.
You don't see many Fijis, which is quite good.
Yeah, I love my Fiji. It's my favourite tier 6 ship after Eisenhower.
Do you reckon it's because it's not HE spam? I think, yeah, I'm not playing
Yeah.
now.
I think it's because you need to work your angles, you need to work map, and that's what you have to do in a Fiji.
I like the Fiji.
Yeah, don't get it wrong, if you're spotted, you're dead. I mean, look how high out of the water this London is. Now side is on. He's so high out of the water.
I know it sounds bad, but if I see a London in a game, I will stop what I'm doing and I'll shoot him. Because he's big.
So we've got an Ioba, always a tasty ship you want to fire at when you see him.
You can't go wrong.
No, so we're going to see if we can get some shots onto him. I might have overcooked it there a little bit, it's not going as fast as I thought. It's turned as well. That's what I'm talking about when you're shooting at cruisers. You can't aim for weak spots, especially at range.
12k away. Yeah. Well, says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we're doing all right. Look at the size of it.
It's huge.
Absolutely huge. It's more like a battleship than a cruiser. It's definitely
a battle cruiser.
Ooh. I don't want to be taking them things on. New Mexico. As I said, Pensacola there. We've been discussing mostly that. Yeah. So we've got one there. So smoke up.
But he's your tier 5 adversary.
Yeah.
That's why we're comparing it to it.
Yeah. He's similar size guns, if that makes sense. I mean, even though the Tech Tree Leander is British, it don't play anything like this. It's a completely different play style altogether. Yeah, I know you've got smokescreen, I know you've got torpedoes, but you're just a bit more fragile, and you've only got AP rounds. You've got no HE to mix it up with, if that makes sense. So the London, I've smoked up here. It's a problem you get if you ain't got your teammates where you're pushing forward that everything else
you can't see.
I can't see. Once you've smoked up, you can't see. But the teammates are still spotting that Ioba. Like you said before, nice dispersion, nice grouping. What 3 citadels all in one wallet.
This is what makes choice of commander and traits difficult, because the London, it's got some good base traits of its own to start with.
I mean, look at that Pensacola. You're thinking now, you've just smashed that. He's just turned, look, slight angle, and you do nothing.
2,400, which is...
You're thinking side on Pensacola. Ooh, party time. Absolute party time. Same on Ioba. I'm thinking turn. Go on, turn. Pensacola does it for me again. You're thinking, yes.
Aim for the back.
Okay.
Aim for the back.
And they're going to hit straight bang in the middle. One citadel. I think we do with 4,000. I think that were something like that damage. Not much.
Well, you got four shots hitting and pending, but you only got one citadel.
It's you normally sometimes if that's Pensacola, if you're shooting another cruiser with AP, you're thinking for party time, aren't you? It's what it's made for. It's only plus point it's got.
I can be in a tier 4 cruiser with a faster fire rate, one shell at it.
It bounced.
And the thing is, like I say, I could be in a tier 4 cruiser against tier 5s with a faster fire rate, and I'd be dipping my bread with them 2 ships in front of me. They'd be gone now.
If you're in Nuremberg.
Or head.
Yeah.
Oh, well, head, yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be gone.
Yeah, you're licking your lips and you're thinking, yes, let's have it. Pensacola again, I know he's at a slight angle to me, but he's still side issues on to me. At this point, I was trying to back up. That was better, weren't it? But I'm not quite sure if that was me. Looking at the score that just went up, it wasn't. It was New Mexico again, who was behind me. He seems to be shooting ghost shells at the same time as me, because I've never seen him coming.
I just think the reload lets this down.
Yeah, definitely. And this is one problem it gets if you get a destroyer around you. 15-second reload trying to take care of a destroyer is painful.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, well, 2,000 damage again. It looked more than what it were.
Yeah, it was actually.
Looked more than what it were. And like I say now, he's disappeared. Look how long it takes to reload. He's just, like you've said before, if you're in the Marblehead or you're in Nuremberg, it's pop, pop, pop.
Less than 6 seconds.
Yeah, you're firing away.
I know the guns are smaller, but you're hitting them, aren't you?
Yeah. So this is not a destroyer hunter. I know it's got sonar and radar, whatever you want to call it, but it's not really what you want to do. You don't want to get that close to a destroyer because you just can't deal with them.
What do you reckon its place on the field is?
This, which unfortunately don't really suit my style and I don't really like it, is just peripheral.
Do you reckon it suits Phil? Because he likes to hug, doesn't he?
The island hugging. He don't really like his Exeter that much, and this is just like a poorer version of the Exeter. I say that, but I always seem to get better results in the London than I do the Exeter, and I don't understand why.
You know, I think I know. Yeah, I think you think you need to protect it because it's high.
Yeah, and it's got no armour. You've got less armour than an Exeter as well, I'll add that in there.
Because I've played this a lot as well, and when I've played it, I've played defensively from the start because it's a big target.
I mean, here I'm thinking I've got HE loader because I got back to the Pensacola, and I always size on. Technically, you want to be firing AP here, but you can't, because if that's anything else, you switch, don't you? Marblehead, Nuremberg, I know we keep mentioning
Instantly.
You switch straight away to AP. You're stuck with it down. I'm thinking, I'm not even going to get another volley off here before they've killed him with all them ships sat in front of him. I don't know what they making a bit of a mincemeat of him, but he's hanging on in there, and you're thinking that should finish him off. HE, this is what I'm talking about. You can't rely on these guns.
You just turn away because he's gone. He's not gone.
He's not gone.
He's not.
He's not gone. And the old Emerald finishes him off. Pensacola again. Can we finish this guy off? Can we at least get one kill on him? And these aren't going to land anywhere near him, I don't think. Nowhere near him at all.
It does suffer from dispersion at range, doesn't it? But no, that's you. That's you.
That's just me. Pensacola's one of them ships. I always think the German crews at St. Carl and Königsberg, they're always travelling faster than they look like they're travelling. And I always drop them short, so I'll give him a lot more grace there. One volley should finish him off.
He's almost in the camo line.
Yeah. He's pushing towards it, and we're not going to give him a chance to get to it. So it's his first kill at game, another flag we've got up there now. Nice, full health, New Mexico. And the chance of fire you get with these rounds is going to highlight itself again as an issue here. This is what, you know, like you get an HE spam by a Belfast. If you get an HE spam by a London or an Exeter, I'm not that worried. I'm not worried at all. It's like he's going to light me up, and you know, like an Atlanta or something like that. He's going to absolutely smash him down.
But if that's what you want to do, you can change your build for HE spamming.
Yeah, but it's only a 17% natural chance of fire way around. Just 17%, which is not bad, but it feels... I know sometimes you look at these stats and it don't feel like what they are. We've said this before, haven't we, with some ships where, like, wow, there's no way that's right. There's no way that's only got like a 5% chance of fire, because it seems to set them off all the time. So obviously we set a fire there, he's going to put that straight out, and we're just not going to be able to get another one going at all.
Well, you've used your 17%.
Yeah, I've used it, it's done. It's for the benefit of the rest of the team by the looks of it. But you can see these HE rounds from the back end of a battleship. This is what you get, and this is what you do generally in a London. Either fire an HE or AP is just this. You know, the...
Would this suit the style of play as a HE island hugger?
I think it's one way you could play it. You use your smoke screens as well. I think it's got that added advantage with size of guns. You could chuck a few AP rounds out there. You might get lucky, like we're on a few Citadels in this game. It's got that potential, but even then, they don't seem to get anywhere near the potential of what they've got. You know, the actual AP. I mean, 4,500.
That's high, but I've not seen it.
No, it's not vastly high, though, is it, for the size of the guns? For 203mm guns, you'd be expecting to do more with AP shell than 4,000.
But you've hit 5, and you've racked up 8,000.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just on paper, it just doesn't do what you think it's going to do.
What about secondary building? Because you've hit 1.
yeah, stay away. If you're up secondary, use it secondary. We managed to get another fire going there, by the way, which is a bit strange. But the guns just don't do what you expect them to do. I know that sounds really weird, but the technically on paper, the chance of fire is higher than a Pensacola, but I always find the Pensacola better at setting fires. 15% chance of firing a Pensacola. And an AP round on a Pensacola will do 5,000 damage.
I mean, I normally go AP on Pensacola.
Like I say, the AP rounds are better. Just what it is, the exact same reload on the gun.
So, what's the pros and cons then?
If you like playing British cruisers and you wanted a premium ship, about 4 months ago you'd have bought yourself an Exeter. Because that's what you like playing and that's what you want to do. Stick with your Exeter. You're not gaining anything from the London that the Exeter didn't do already.
Okay, so if you've not got an Exeter and you've got in front of you London and Exeter at the same doubloonage, I think they're the same, aren't they?
Yeah, 10,000.
10,000 each. Which one do you choose? I know the viewer might have a preference. Are they looking for some OP? I know people, when they buy something, they want some OP.
No, you're not getting anything OP with the Exeter or the London. On paper, just to sum it up quickly, the Exeter turns better, got more armour, torpedoes reload quicker, and they go further. It's slightly more stealthy, and the guns fire quicker.
Is it more manoeuvrable?
Yeah,
You missed that.
Yeah, it's more manoeuvrable. Rudder shift time's nearly half on the Exeter than what the London is, and it's got less hit points. That's the only downside of the Exeter compared to the London. Less hit points.
What other tier 5 premiums is there? Can you remember offhand?
Molotov, the Russian Molotov.
Well, London's better than Molotov.
Yeah, London's better than the Molotov. I can't think of any other than the Graf that plays nothing like a cruiser anyway.
The Graftsbury is completely different because it's got a 20-second reload.
Also, you've got the French cruiser.
Well, you got your Galaxy. No, not the Galaxy. Yeah, it's the.
I'm having a right mind blank as well. We'll just call it the Galissonier's brother. Yeah, you've got that as well, which is again plays nothing. What's it called?
I can't remember.
That's just an HE span and no smoke, so you're playing a completely different.
Yeah, I'm trying. Is there any Japanese?
No, there's nothing.
No Japanese.
Obviously, you've got the Graf.
Graftsbury's German, and you got the.
Grass.
Oh, it's the De Grasse, of course. That's completely different as well because it's got a 8-second reload, and it's got better torpedoes.
It's just the Grass is an HE span. We've got a video on that.
Yeah, we have actually. We've got that video. So we got the German, your Grasbury, your De Grasse, your Exeter British, yeah, American. There's no American tier 5, is there? So you can't compare it to that. So that's it then, people. We've tried to explain the London when we've tried to show you how you could build it. It's just quite a difficult one, to be fair, and it's a difficult one to say buy or not buy because it's in the grey area because we've got the Exeter, which is better, and it's hard to say which to go from if they were both in front. No, you've already said Exeter, haven't you?
Well, it's strange. That's what I'm trying to mention in the video is even though the Exeter's better and it's got the same guns, I always seem to do more damage at London. It's strange. I can't put my finger on why. I honestly don't know why. I don't know if it's because I've played the Exeter and I'm used to that playstyle now and I've jumped straight into London and I'm saying London's better straight away. I don't know if it's that. I don't know.
Is that like playing the Arizona and the Virginia?
Possibly.
Because you're in the same territory.
Yeah.
Similar ships.
You're just used to playing that playstyle, so you just naturally jump into it and take over it straight away.
You need to adapt your playstyle then, people. You want to buy the London, adapt. If you don't want to adapt, then do whatever. Okay. Laters.